Hello and welcome to College Station, Texas. Today at the home of the 12th man as the Texas A&M Aggies will set out this afternoon to open the season with a victory at Kyle Field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Texas A&M's offense takes the field. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Dropping back, it's Henderson. Got his man on the right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Caught near the sticks. It's Keys. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Gets it out quickly. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. This is why they show up for midnight yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just... he stopped at the 14. So Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
Looking for a man. It's Hodges. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
They'll go to the ground.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Catch in the middle. It's Tlobf. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. To the air, it's Hodges. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. First down marker just short of the goal line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They've got the screen set up. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up the decision for this coach. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Burke or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Went to the running game on first down. Now second down. Dropping back, it's Henderson. He finds his man. On the move at the 30. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here we go. To the air, it's Henderson. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch, called for and made. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking to move it through the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got it in the middle, it's Morris.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Trying to get to it. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Henderson. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Using his legs, it's Owens. Still on his feet at the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Throws for the tight end. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Well, they say the bounces eventually even out, but they've been pretty much one-sided today.
And the defense... happens so bad. You're in a deficit already. You get your hands on a football and the offense still makes the play. That is so demoralizing for this team.
Got it. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Easy. They go to the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Tees. Touchdown, Aggie! And the route is on.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Oh, it's a reverse. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Bit of a risky call. You don't see a lot of receiver runs down at that area of the field because if there's any penetration up front, that could be a loss, that could be a fumble. You're worried about the quarterback-receiver exchange, but it pays off for him there, David.
Yeah, it's always a good call in hindsight when it works. And listen,
Tlobf one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And the returner will be brought down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all off season, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. Attitude forward.
To the ground. He's got it again. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. With the catch, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Aggie! And the punishment has been extended.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking downfield, it's Hodges. Unleashes it on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Morgan.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Shakes off the defender. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun, looking for a man. Pocket starts to collapse. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
He wants it all. To the end zone, and it's picked off. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Give to the running back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Texas A&M going up tempo. On the run, it's Owens. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Offense in the hurry up. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Coming after him. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
The extra point is good, but the lead is still big, down 31-7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Wants to throw on third. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some